Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the We're Going 5 podcast powered by TSH Tennis. Carlos Alcaraz completes one of the biggest accomplishments you can ever complete in the sport of tennis, taking down the greatest to ever do it along the way. We have so much to talk about, but before we do, I'm Yusuf.
I'm Ismail.
Hey guys, I'm Haroon.
Carlos Alcaraz proves to everyone why we call him Baby Goat. Carlos Alcaraz completes one of the greatest accomplishments I have ever seen. Carlos Alcaraz rewrites the record books. Ismail, Carlos Alcaraz takes down Novak the Goat Djokovic in 4 sets to become the youngest ever to complete the career Grand Slam. 1 year and 190 days younger than his idol, Rafael Nadal. Ismail, your thoughts on what Carlos Alcaraz just did?
Carlos Alcaraz is already into the Tennis Hall of Fame. He's already in the GOAT debate. Like if he retired right now, after this match, he's in the GOAT debate. And it's because he's an absolute champion. And he handles the big moments maybe better than anyone we've ever seen. Because Novak Djokovic came out and played perfect, brilliant attacking tennis in that first set. And you felt like Alcaraz was just going to have to play his best tennis to come away with the victory today. And somehow, some way, he finds a way every single time because he's a heavyweight champion. He will take your biggest punch and he will come back and counter it and work through it and find a way to victory. And he's the most talented player maybe ever, so he knows how he can do it. Like, it's unbelievable because, like, the way he was playing in the first set, you thought, like, Novak was going to run through him. Maybe even go 3 sets and do it, but he's a champion. He's a champion that you can never, ever count out. In the biggest moments, he's smiling. Are you kidding me, man? Like, how are you doing that? How are you so relaxed? How are you so enjoying of the moment? The commentator's talking that, you know, Alcaraz smiling is like it's indicating that there's no other place where he would rather be than at this moment right here. He was smiling at 4-all down break point in that fourth set, where you know if Djokovic converts and the crowd behind him, it's going 5. But he's smiling and enjoying because he's a champion. No matter what you throw at Carlitos now, he's going to overcome it. The only hiccup he's had in the last, 6+ months now is that moment in the ATP finals where Yannick, he owns that territory on indoor hard. In Wimbledon, he got outplayed. Other than that, for a year plus now, he's been a tank. He's been a mental giant. He's so composed. He's so mature. He's the absolute man, and he's coming for all-time greatness. Not just greatness in the sense of this, sport, but he's going for all-time legendary type of greatness right now.
Yeah, Haroon, we're now talking about back-to-back hard-court Grand Slams for Carlos Alcaraz. Your thoughts on what you saw from Carlitos?
Oh my God. Utterly, speechless. Like, that was amazing what we saw in the semifinals. That was so awesome. We saw the third longest match in semifinal or Australian Open history, with Alcaraz having an epic match. And then we had Sinner and Djokovic, and the final was also super electric. Like, that was the popcorn. That's the popcorn. I'm eating a lot of popcorn in anticipation for that amazing match. But what do I have to say, man? Like, I was all in on Sinner. I thought Sinner was going to take this home, and then I changed my pick to Djokovic because I couldn't doubt the GOAT. I thought he was definitely going to come up like absolutely swinging in that match, and he did. He came out and he crushed, and he punched Alcaraz in the mouth, up 6-2, playing flawless, serving amazingly. Alcaraz was making so many unforced errors. I'm like, oh my God, is this it? But then Alcaraz is the baby goat for a reason. we're talking about.
He had double break also in that. Like, he broke him twice in that first set. And it wasn't just Alcaraz errors. It was also because Djokovic was forcing him into these errors.
Of course. The angles, the shots, the serving. He was winning 80 plus percentage of his service points, and he was returning and he was winning many more return points in that first set. Like, it was awesome. But then Alcaraz, again, like I was saying, he's proving to us time and time again why he's baby goat, why he deserves that label to his name. It's because he's so amazing. He gets all those unforced errors out of his system, and then he plays to absolute perfection. Like, by the way, this is somebody who always gives him a lot of trouble. So Djokovic is not only the GOAT, but specifically to Alcaraz, has a lot of trauma for him, because in an Australian Open last year, he took him down when Alcaraz also was at the peak of his powers as well. He's still playing an amazing level, but Djokovic came and punched him in the mouth. And this is kind of like a flipped scenario to what happened last year. So Alcaraz took the first set, and then Djokovic won the next three. Djokovic did the same thing. He won the first one, and then Alcaraz won the next three, which is a funny kind of way to look at it. But Alcaraz, man, is unbelievable. He was hitting amazing shots. Thing is, Djokovic was playing insane. I thought that was probably one of the best performances I've seen.
Playing awesome. He couldn't hit through Alcaraz. Like, he kept punishing the ball. He was moving him everywhere. Like, he was covering zip codes. It was abusing one of our friends said on the live. Like, man, it was unbelievable. It was unbelievable because Alcaraz, you felt like he's like a lightning bolt. He's gonna be everywhere on the court. He can do it all.
Somebody was saying he was covering zip codes. Like, he's covering zip codes.
It's awesome. Alcaraz is awesome. What can you say? He deserved the victory.
No, he deserved the victory. Carlos Alcaraz today, like, by the way, there were so many balls where Novak probably won the point 5 times, but he lost it. Yeah. Like, that's what you saw. The defensive prowess that was on display today by Carlos Alcaraz was absolutely mind-blowing. And you know Alcaraz with his offense, right, and the way he's able to move. But today, Novak Djokovic kept punching him and punching him and punching him, and he was unfazed. And by the way, he gave him the biggest punches in the beginning. But this was reminiscent of Wimbledon 2023, where Novak came out and gave him a breadstick. And you're like, oh, this is the GOAT doing what the GOAT does. And he's going to show Carlos Alcaraz what it's like to play on the big stage. But lo and behold, Carlos Alcaraz is ready for the biggest of stages. I told you guys that I really think he might be the clutchest player we have ever seen in tennis. And
the GOAT has something to say about that.
I know
he's
Novak, and you guys know how much I love Novak Djokovic. But Carlos Alcaraz, what he's done so far, and at the young age of 22 years old and 200-something days, he's showing us that he loves the moment and he doesn't fear the moment. Like you said, Smail, he's smiling in the toughest, most pressure moments. Carlos Alcaraz is smiling.
When I saw that, I knew like Djokovic's gonna lose. Like it's okay. Like this, he's not converting this break point. Like that's Carlitos smiling is the worst version you want to play.
That's the worst version you want to play.
If he smiles 1,000%, you're looking on the other side like, okay, like it's done for me. It's done. The same way when Novak roars at the crowd, you're like, okay, this guy's the beast has awoken.
But we had both at the same time. We had Novak roaring and Carlitos smiling, and we're like, who's gonna come through?
Which is a great point, Smite, because this is the next point I want to make. Novak Djokovic wins this match against anyone else in the history of sport. Yeah. But he's going up against a young man who is now, I would say, the only person that is on the trajectory to be able to fight him for GOAT status.
Yeah, he's on his way.
He's playing against a man who really, when you come to think of it, and we're going to talk about the records, there are so many records to be stated here, but there's nobody in the conversation of, okay, he's coming for him, other than this man. And that's unfortunate for Novak Djokovic, because 25 in 26 was halted, but it was halted by somebody else who is coming for him. He's 15 years young.
By baby goat, 16.
Yeah, 16, but he is coming. He is coming.
He's awesome. No, Carlitos is awesome, and like today it was just how can you outplay him? And also I want to give him credit for not only his mental toughness and physical toughness. Alcaraz is a brilliant tennis mind. And this never gets enough credit because he figured out, all right, Novak's playing lights out right now. I'm not going to be able to play this. I'm not going to win like this. I need to start playing some D here. Let's go on defense mode. I'm going to run down every single ball. I'm going to make him hit 16 winners if he has to. I'm going to catch every single ball. I'm going to make him work. I'm going to integrate the drop shot when I have to. Putting in those short angles when I have to open up the court. Anticipating. Carlito's anticipation is so underrated because there's so many points where that's on display, whether it's the drop shot, whether it's after the angles that Novak is throwing in, maybe it's after, when he sees that he's coming in for the serve and volley, so he plays it low, so he has to have an exceptional volley to win the point. Or at that point, in that third set at 2-1, Djokovic had to hit a lightning bolt around the court, right through backhand, right down the line. And Alcaraz got it because he anticipated it. Because he saw it coming. Yeah. He is such a brilliant tennis mind. He has everything. But he's by far and undisputedly the world number one. He deserves to be world number one. Yeah. It's not up for contention. And he's going to stay there for a while.
But to your point, because you're talking about, you wanted to give him some props for the IQ. The short angles today, to me, were so key. He made Novak work so hard on those points. And every single time he hit a short angle and Novak had to run, I'm like, okay, there's 5% of that battery gone. Yeah. Another 5% gone. Another 5% gone. And then you saw Novak's body, he was pushing because he's able to push beyond anything. And physically he was done, but he was able to push beyond. But every single time he made him run for those short angles, you knew it was taking so much out of Novak.
Yeah. It was like a jab. It was like he kept jabbing him with those short angles.
It was a jab to the ab.
Yeah, like a gut punch.
To the abs. It was a gut punch. He was going to the abdominal area. Yeah. And you knew okay, Novak took it and he continued the point, or he lost the point, but okay, he's fine. But you knew this kept taking hits and hits and hits.
And that's what I'm telling you. His IQ, he's a heavyweight champion. He took Novak's big swings in the beginning in the first set. Then he kept nailing him with those short angles, opening up the court, and the drop shots, making him work. Yeah. In the end, he wasn't running for many drop shots.
No, he wasn't. But something, Haroon, that I absolutely loved and I continue to love is the love that Carlos Alcaraz and Novak Djokovic have for each other. The love and respect they continue to show each other. It really is, we talk about the Jannik Sinner, the Carlos Alcaraz. It's such an amazing thing for our sport to have in the forefront whenever anyone sees the sport of tennis as ambassadors and role models. But the rivalry that, you made this point, Smile, this is the best rivalry that we have in tennis right now because of they've been facing each other for so many years, and also the chapters that they've written together. But also add on to that the respect that they have between each other, and they're just great ambassadors, Haroon. I absolutely loved it. And the speeches by both of them today were so beautiful. And it has to be said, Carlos Alcaraz and Novak Djokovic, the respect that they show each other, the love that they have for each other, it really is second to none when it comes to rivalries we've had in tennis.
Yeah, for sure. And this is not the first time we see it, by the way. It's always like this. Whether they play in a Wimbledon both times before, and then when he played in Cincinnati, there's a lot of amazing moments when they play with each other. It's that's super nice. And by the way, Alcaraz loves to give people their flowers, but especially Novak. He talks about how amazing Novak is and how great of a champion he is, and how great of a role model he is for tennis. He gives him a lot of flowers. So Novak is widely known for him always giving credit when credit's due. He's very generous with his words, and his words have a lot of weight. But not a lot of people return it back. Not a lot of people say it so eloquently and so nicely because, they just say, great player, legend in the sport, and that's it. But they don't really express what they feel or talk about it at length. And Alcaraz does that. Alcaraz does that by saying, you're a role model, you're inspiration. He's saying that I'm doing great things, which is a moment where he can just sit and just say how amazing this achievement is for him, but he's separating himself out of that moment to talk about Djokovic, to talk about the moment that he is in as well, and the history that he's making. So that's lovely to see. That's great, and that's why we love tennis. That's why we love sport.
That's a great point you made because, that Novak appreciated what Carlos said to him because very rarely do you see like the runner-up or the champion go up to the person while they're at the podium saying their speech, and he walked up to Carlos and he shook his hand. So you knew that he was like, thank you, that meant so much to me. So that's hats off to Carlitos, and also the relationship's just amazing.
Yeah, they have.
Yeah, especially because we keep on, we and everybody else keep on talking about Sinkras, and that Novak's getting older and stuff. But yeah, I guess he appreciated because he felt like, yeah, I'm still here. I'm still here, and I'm still amazing.
Yeah, Alcaraz is such a special bond and rivalry and friendship and everything.
Yeah, because that's what it means to be a champion. Like, to be a GOAT and to be a champion in every word. It's not just the accomplishments on the court. It's how you conduct yourself off the court and in front of the rest of the world, and being a role model for everyone, young athletes and everyone who's inspired by sport. Both of them embody all those values, and to see that competition is on the court and then there can be friendship off the court or respect of the highest order. And we saw both of them continuously show the values of fair play, of integrity, of honesty. And it's so nice to see because it really feels like the passing of the torch whenever they play, and especially when Carlitos gets these victories.
They have great affection for each other. Yeah, but
yeah,
it's also... Go ahead, Roland. Yeah.
No, I just want to say something also, because there's some great players that, in the end of their career or after they've been on tour for like 5-10 years or something like that, then you you find out his reputation. Oh yeah, that's a great person. Some people talk about how great he is in the locker room and stuff. Like, it takes time usually. It's not like immediately whereas it sticks to somebody. Like Schwartzman, for example. Schwartzman was somebody that people talked about how he's great sportsmanship and he's somebody that everybody loves in the locker room. But like that wasn't the reputation that was so. How would I say this? Like, it wasn't so known. Like, he was like that for a long time, but it wasn't so known. But maybe Alcaraz was always so known that he's a very humble guy, somebody everybody loves, because it's such impactful how he does it. Whenever he meets somebody, you really feel like, wow, this guy is really down to earth. Like, how is he world #1 and winning all these Grand Slams? But you feel like he's just one of the guys. He doesn't really feel like he's above anybody. And that's maybe his best quality. A lot of tennis players talk about, I wish I would just be remembered as a good guy. Nadal just says that all the time. I wish I'm remembered as a good person with good values. Alcaraz has that already, which is, I think, a bigger thing in his reputation than the slams and other stuff, in my opinion.
Yeah, and they're asking him about, like, hey, do you have like a number of Grand Slams that you're chasing? Like, are there a number of titles? He's like, no, he's saying, no, I just need to enjoy the moment and just enjoy this one. Nothing is granted, and you don't know what's going to happen in 6 months and 12 months. He's really humble about his accomplishments, and that's why everyone appreciates him. That's why he's loved.
Yeah. Well, speaking of someone who's loved and appreciated, Rafa was in the building. And, it was really cool the way that after in the ceremony, Novak acknowledged him and also Carlitos acknowledged him. But what did you guys think of that?
Yeah, I loved how Novak acknowledged him. It was a humorous also type of exchange, saying, I'm not used to you being over there. Usually you're next to me. Yeah. And it's the kind of respect that Novak has shown all his rivals. And of course, that's what we expected from him. And Carlitos, well, he said that Rafa is his role model many, many times. So it's nice to see this type of, respect in tennis. And it sets the example for other sports where we don't see this.
Yeah. Also, by the way, the interaction when Novak was giving his racket kind of or telling Rafa to come play and tell him, do you want to play, Rafa, during the match? Like, that was a super cool moment, by the way, that got overlooked by a lot of people. I love that. Yeah, you just love it because you want to see that nice moments between them, because these are people we've watched for years and years, decades. So to see them together like that is so fun. It's so fun.
Yeah, but speaking of Rafa, I feel so bad for him.
Why?
Because he held one of the greatest records we have in the sport of tennis. Really, that was the Rafa record. Yeah. And I'm a Rafa fan my entire life. And that was Rafa's always gonna have this.
TSH
He has
Jimmy's in
this.
pain.
This is the youngest to ever win every single Grand Slam of the career. Like, that was his. And Carlitos came and he absolutely took it. 1 year and 190 days younger, it's gone. Like, Novak has taken so many records away from everyone, and that was one of the ones he could no matter how much he plays, he can never take that away from Rafa, and Carlitos took it from him.
Carlitos, man, he keeps doing incredible things, and honestly, like, you can't say anything but like that he deserves it.
Yeah, no.
Like, Carlitos deserves this record, and
No, he
with
does.
all due respect to Rafa, like, yeah, like, who more deserving than Carlitos though to take it?
No one. And
But you kind of felt like it was coming though. Like once Alcaraz came on tour, you felt like that was coming. Like to me, it's like it's not like, oh wow, he got it. Like I felt like it was bound to happen. Like nobody can be that talented at that young age and not have that record.
Yeah. To be honest, no record feels safe right now with Carlitos.
no, it does. And can you imagine how historically great Carlos Alcaraz is right now? Because by next year, Australian Open 2027, he's going to be going for the double career slam.
Unreal.
You know that? He's won 2 at Roland Garros, won 2 Wimbledons, won 2 US Opens. He's going to go for 2 Australian Opens next
Unreal.
year. There are only 2 humans on planet Earth that have accomplished this feat. And they go by the name of Rafael Nadal and Novak Djokovic.
That's insane.
Can you imagine,
That's
Harun,
crazy.
just guess how old Rafa and Novak were when they completed this?
100% in their 30s. In their 30s for sure.
Novak was 34. Rafa was 35.
That's insane.
That means Carlos Alcaraz has like a decade and a half to complete this and to add another historic record to his name.
No, he's gonna probably.
It's
have
insane.
He'll do it like 4 times. So he'll do
like,
4x career.
That's how
slams.
historically great Carlos Alcaraz is.
He's awesome. I pray that he stays healthy and in the right mindset, and he doesn't, get affected by anything. And because I want to watch Carlitos.
It's completely historic, Smile. What's going on, guys? Like 22 years of age at this age. Can you guess how many other players won more slams than him?
Nobody.
No one.
Nobody.
Borg, who everyone says that what he was doing at such a young age is never going to be touched. It was touched. And it was surpassed. Carlos Alcaraz has 7 slams at this age. Borg had 6. And Rafa, who was also a phenom at this age, 6. Jannik Sinner, 1. Novak Djokovic, 1. Roger Federer, 3. Carlos Alcaraz is on par for becoming the greatest to ever live.
He's an alien. Like,
Baby
at
goat,
this
man.
pace,
Baby goat.
the pace he's on right now, he's about to demolish a lot of things.
And for Jannik Sinner right now, the gap just got extended because you had 4 slams, he had 6. You could have closed the gap. Now it's back up to 3.
And there's an age gap, so that's already like in question.
Yeah.
So
Which goes to the point that people
Go on.
You know, Harun, people make that point with us, like, why are you calling Alcaraz baby goat? Why are you calling Alcaraz baby? Because of all these points. Because of all these points. Jannik is older. Jannik doesn't have these records. Jannik is amazing. But Carlos Alcaraz is the one who's on GOAT trajectory. Because GOAT trajectory is overcoming one person.
Carlos Alcaraz already has one of the greatest rivalries in tennis with the current GOAT.
Yeah.
And he started this rivalry when he was 18.
Yeah. Truly remarkable. Remember the Madrid 2022 beating
was
Novak
awesome.
and Rafa
That
back
match
to
was
back. The
legendary.
first person
He was
to ever
18.
do that.
He was 18 doing
The
this.
only person to ever do that. So like that says something about Carlitos Alcaraz. But guys, while Carlitos was having the time of his life and lifting the Australian Open for the first time and enjoying it with his entire team, someone was at home who probably thought he should be right there in the box. Juan Carlos Ferrero.
Man,
Thoughts on Juanqui at this moment watching this happen?
I feel so bad for him. Like the year the Australian Open introduces a trophy for the coaches.
That was so much.
Carlitos-
That was pain.
Carlitos
Bro,
wins it.
one second. Samuel Lopez was taking like a victory lap a bit. Like
Yeah,
he was lifting that up in
He
the
lifted
air.
it up high. He lifted it up high, man. And Like I was like, come on, like show some just grace for your friend who brought you on the team.
He did. He was the one who brought him on the team.
And he did ask permission from Juanqui, so there's no bad blood there,
there's none.
or with the team. Juanqui's been quite, gracious about it all, but just, I feel for the man. Like, you essentially raised this man from a tennis perspective. You brought him to the glory. You enabled him to win this Australian Open. There's no doubt that Juanqui has every single credit to go to his name for bringing Carlitos to the level that he is. Because by the end of last year, 2025, like, Carlitos became the tank of the human game, became the giant that we saw in Australia. Yeah. And of course, Samuel Lopez and the team, they deserve the credit for taking him over the hump. But, Juanqui deserves the credit for this. And I just feel gutted for him because no trophy, doesn't get to be there with Carlitos when he gets the career slam. Because that's 8+ years of hard work that earned that,
Yeah. No.
Sorry, Juanqui.
And let's see if he mentions him. We have yet to see the press conference, so let's see if he mentions him in the press conference.
I don't think he will.
Maybe not because...
It's a breakup. He's
but
not.
Who won the breakup?
I mean... Carlitos. Harun,
Alcaraz.
Is this a victory lap for you or what?
But by the way, I think Juan Carlos deserves a lot of credit for sure, and I think this is as much as his success as anyone else. Like, just because you weren't there for a few months, I don't think that just takes away from...
Not for a few months, a few weeks, Harun. It's been 3 weeks.
Few weeks, my apologies, few weeks. So, like, it's not so long. But however, so... He gets some partial credit because he set up the foundation for Alcaraz to be where he is today. However, these few weeks here, I think Alcaraz talked about it, that he put a lot of work, and Samuel Lopez deserves a lot of credit for that because he was getting a lot of criticism for we need and we even talked about it, like there needs to be another head coach, like a more experience or like a bigger name or somebody like that to handle somebody like Carlos Alcaraz. But yeah, he deserves a lot of credit, man. I feel so bad for Juanqui as well, Ismail. I feel like not so fast. Like not so fast. Like wait a little bit. It's like when you break up a relationship and then your partner just goes out with somebody super attractive and then super rich and super famous. Like just wait a bit. Let me
you didn't have to do it so quickly.
So you didn't have to do it that quickly. But yeah, I guess it is what it is, and just shows how Alcaraz also is a great, and he was just bound for greatness, by the way. And he's baby goat for a reason. Like you don't.
Yeah, hold on. Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
No, like he these types of greats don't really need certain people to become great. Like they have a lot of greatness, they just need some direction and guidance and like that. But he had way too much potential to not have it without Juan Carlos,
Yeah, well, Yusuf, to your credit, he did say that this past fortnight or the past month or so was emotionally turbulent for him. That's what he said in the championship speech, Carlitos.
Yeah, Harun, you have to give, because you said some people are destined for greatness. I do agree to a certain extent, but 8 years of work were put into Carlos Alcaraz.
Yeah,
it's unfair to the people, to everyone, all these greats, because they put in so much work. The greatness doesn't come because it's just magic, it's within. It's because they put in the work day in and day out. And Juan Carlos Ferrero was there for him day in and day out ever since he was 14 years old. And he's 22 now, so that's 8 years of so much heart, so much sweat, so much tears that he gave Carlos. And this is 1,000% his success as much as it is Samuel Lopez's, Alvaro Alcaraz's, and Carlitos' dad. But hats off also to Carlitos' dad, because I guess he didn't make a bad decision and he was putting his son first. You can't second guess him because they clearly made the decision. Is it the right? Were they going to win with Juanqui? You never know. But did they win without him? Yes, they did. So whatever decision they made, it's working. So hats off to that team. Hats off to them. I feel so bad for Juanqui. He's coaching golf now. Dude's coaching golf. I think to him, I can't look at tennis right now. And, I felt this when I was young and I had a few issues with tennis. I'm like, I don't even want to see a tennis court. And it's maybe something that he's feeling now too. He said so. It's just, he got offers, but he just can't do it right now. A completely new challenge is something that he's going for. Golf, sure, feel bad for him, but, you know, hats off to Carlos Alcaraz, the team, because it's the Carlos Alcaraz team that made the decision to move off, and it worked just fine.
Yeah, I mean, Samuel Lopez is matching that fun, lighter energy, it seems, at least on the court, and maybe that's what Carlitos needed or what he wanted, so
maybe
you can't second-guess that decision, I guess, for the most part, at least now.
Yeah.
And for Juanqui, you feel like these coaches that, like when you give so much of yourself to a player, like the same way, you know, when Goran gave so much of himself to Novak, or like you feel like they can't coach another player. Like,
Yeah.
I can't even imagine him in another box. And, you know, there are reports that, you know, Sinner's team actually thanked him and said, like, they gave him his flowers. Like, they told him, job well done. His coaching team sent Juanqui. And then, you know, Juanqui in an interview said that maybe he can even coach Sinner someday, which I was like, really? I don't think you can do that. And, like, I wouldn't even want to see you do that. Like, let's keep those separate. Like, so,
Yeah.
anyways, it's gut-wrenching if I'm Juanqui, to be honest.
Yeah, but I think he's fine.
He's all right. On the other hand, though, we just saw one of the greatest Grand Slam runs and performances we've ever seen with what Novak Djokovic did in this fortnight in Australia. It was heartwarming. Yusuf, thoughts on Novak? Where does he go from here?
I struggled to find the words because I gave as much as I could give him with last episode. So guys, if you're watching this episode, go watch the final preview episode because we talked about Novak extensively. But, you know, I'm telling you, man, he wasn't going to lose this match unless it was Carlos Alcaraz. It was the only person I believe that was on the other side of the net that was capable of taking him down. No one rises up to the occasion like him other than Carlos Alcaraz. Honestly. And Sinner he does. But Carlos Alcaraz is on a completely different level. Novak Djokovic came out and showed us why he's the greatest to ever live. Novak Djokovic, I can't find the words. I can't find the words to express how much joy he brought us these 2 weeks, what he brought us during that semifinal run. For the past 48 hours, Novak Djokovic showed me emotions inside me I thought I had lost when it came to sports. And I'm going to cherish this man. And he gave me belief again. And I'm going to continue to believe in Grand Slam number 25. Because what I saw from him is Grand Slam 25 is not done and dusted with. It's alive. Losing this final doesn't change anything for me. It's alive. But I have something else to say, but I'm going to let you guys go first before I make my last statement about Novak Djokovic at the Australian Open.
Harun, thoughts on Nole? What we just saw from him here in Australia?
For some time now, like, you know, as I grow as a human, I try to not hate people, you know, like I don't want to hate anybody. I want to have like really good emotions and good feelings that I project into the world. But I absolutely hate anybody who wants to tell Djokovic to retire. He should not retire. He should do whatever he wants. Whatever he wants to do, he could do. If he wants to play, switch his hand, play on the other side, play without looking, play on one match and leave. Do whatever in the world that he wants. He's the GOAT. Don't you dare rob any tennis fan of one more moment of tennis from Novak Djokovic. This guy is playing absolutely amazing. By the way, we hate it when a legend leaves the sport. We hate it so much. Like when Stan Wawrinka's leaving, Gael Monfils, when Rafa left, when Roger left, we hated that. Like that was a horrible feeling because we have so many memories with them. But Novak Djokovic is a step above all of these guys, and especially how smart he is, how beautiful he plays, and how intelligent he is on the court where he shows amazing level time and time again. Like, don't you dare rob us of something like that. And he can play for another 5 years, by the way. He can play for another 5 years in a top 10 level. And all he has to do is just do what he does. The same thing what he's been doing. He's not going to go play 250s. Just give us more top 10 level performances for another 5 years. He can do it, by the way. Like, he can do it. Watching him play against Sinner and then watching him play against Alcaraz, what in the world were we thinking for not thinking that he should be the favorite for world number one if he wants to? Like, if he wants to, he can become world number one. Like, this level is unprecedented. Like, I haven't seen this from him even in like when he was in 2023. To me, by the way, this was one of the best years that I've seen Novak play in 2023, and I was absolutely amazed by it. But I think that these two matches, he played at a level much better and much more fun, in my opinion. So I need more of that. I want just a few more, like at the very least, just a few more matches of that. But few more years of him being top 3 for sure. Unbelievable level if he wants to. And it's just so hard. Like, I think that's the biggest thing of somebody 38, winning 24 Grand Slams, winning every single slam 3 times, winning every single Masters 1000 3 times, like winning every single thing, winning the Olympic gold, winning Davis Cup, winning everything, and then you tell him, hey, go compete like it's your first tournament ever. Come on, man. Like, come on. Like, that's just so unfair. So it's the hardest challenge for him is to just have some motivation, and I hope that he finds it in his soul.
Point. I 100% agree with that point because for me, the questions coming in were, is he going to have the same motivation? Check. He just proved he had that same motivation. Can he find a way to unlock his best tennis against Sinner? Check. He did that in the semifinals. Can he find a way to unlock his best tennis against Alcaraz? Check. Today, he had break point at 4-all in that 4th set. If he converts that forehand, we're looking at 5th set, and then it's anyone's match at this point. And he was right there, fighting for Grand Slam number 25. In fact, if Carlitos had not won, had not broken Zverev at 5-4 down in the 5th, we might see Novak already having 25 and 26, and we might be having a whole different conversation. His best tennis is still there. I 100% believe he will find a way to overcome Alcaraz. He showed today he can compete with Alcaraz's best level because Alcaraz, I believe, had to play his best tennis today.
Yes.
And I think Djokovic showed that he can find that level to compete with them. He already showed he can find it with Sinner. He showed it's not just about best of 3. He can do it in best of 5. No, he's looking awesome. And I agree, Arun. This is the best he's looked since 23. Maybe in 23, he didn't even have to bring this level because it's a new aggressive type of tennis that maybe we haven't seen. And the serve was on point. I'm so inspired by how he's pursuing just the all-time best version of himself because he's not chasing anything. Nothing. He's chasing, like you said, Yusuf, before, becoming the greatest athlete ever. He's now in Michael Jordan, Tom Brady,
goal.
Muhammad Ali Clyde territory. This is GOAT territory. So I love it. And, we're going to see much more of Novak. I'm happy to say this. We're going to see a lot more of him in this Grand Slam season. Well, I have a question for you guys before we move into some of our overreactions. Yusuf, where is Novak Djokovic's best chance for Grand Slam number 25?
You're going to call me crazy. Right answer is probably Wimbledon. But I do believe that he is the best clay court player on tour. And you might tell me he can't withstand the stamina that it requires to play, but he just proved it. And it was a slower surface, right? Because that's what Bublik said, in Rod Laver Arena. So Roland Garros is going to be slower. I believe that's when he can take those punches from these guys. And he can dish those punches too. So Roland Garros, in a few months, I do not think I'm crazy when I say that Novak Djokovic could complete 25 and 26 there.
Wow. Harun, you think that's his best chance in RG?
I won't disagree with Yusuf, but I won't say I don't think he's crazy. The obvious answer is definitely Wimbledon, of course, because he's won there so many times and he's so successful there. He's won like seven titles there already is unbelievable. And he's won so many matches. Everybody's saying that it's easier on the legs, like grass is easier on the legs and stuff like that. But the thing is, because of serving and volleying, like Novak is so good at that, so he's going to be able to make matches super quick and short. But sometimes it doesn't matter the surface. Sometimes the match can go long anyway. Yeah, if he has to face Alcaraz or Sinner, I do think clay is better for him. Maybe overall Wimbledon is better because of grass, but I think I would agree with Yusuf. RG, I think it's his best chance.
Wow.
I think RG is his best chance. If he has the same miracle run of like having Musati to withdraw and Menchik withdraw or anything, something similar to that, then his chances are going to skyrocket for sure. Yeah, it's too fast, and already Alcaraz beat him twice when he was healthy and he was doing great. Like, it's tough there.
Ismail?
No, I 100% think it's Wimbledon. Because the way he's serving right now, it's incredible, and he's going to be able to get a lot of free points, which he needs because he wants to conserve the legs. Also, the way he's playing aggressive tennis through the court with this new look on the forehand, dare I say, maybe this is going to be more suited for the grass, and he's the all-time king on grass. Like, he loves to play in Wimbledon. So yeah, I definitely think Wimbledon is his best chance, and he's going to be a big favorite even going in. Like, and he's.
You want to talk about motivation in Wimbledon? He wants to get that Roger record, so so that's also motivation to that point.
Yeah, I think Wimbledon.
Well, first, I still believe the RG one. Like, I know Wimbledon, he has a great chance there, but I just feel like RG, last year, by the way, when he wasn't at his best physically, he wasn't at his best level, those were 3 extremely tough sets for Jannik Sinner to win against him. And you would expect him to be able to go into this year with a completely different mindset after what just happened in Australia.
Hey, maybe. I mean, Novak Djokovic, I agree that he is the best clay courter. But Carlitos now is the new best clay courter. So, like... It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough to endure in the French Open. Yeah. But let's see. It's going to be fun.
But we agree that it's in the summer. That we believe in the summer, in the channel, like in June or May, June or July.
The next 3 are in the summer.
Well, yeah, it's
we
US
agree
Open
that
it's
going to be wherever he shows up, he has a chance. I guess we're saying.
I guess so. Wherever he shows up, he has a chance.
Last thing before we move on to our overreactions. When I was watching this match, I came to a realization, and I think it's an obvious one, but I came to a realization. The way conversations are being had in tennis need to change, Because for so long, there was the conversation about, okay, it's the big 4, and then you had people pushing back and saying, no, it's the big 3 and Andy Murray. And to a certain extent, I agree with that notion in terms of history. But after what we've seen this past week, what we've seen over the past few years, we have an update. And the update to me is Big 3 no longer exists. Okay? Because it was Andy Murray, Big 3. No more. It's now Andy Murray, Big 2, Big 2, Rafael Nadal and Roger Federer, and then Novak Djokovic is in a complete tier of his own. He has detached himself. He has elevated beyond Roger and Rafa. They've been summed up into one, but he is now beyond. It's Novak Djokovic, gap. Rafael Nadal and Roger Federer, big gap. And then Andy Murray. Actually, Carlos Alcaraz moved up.
Yeah, I was just about to say, you're confusing me with Andy Murray because Carlos and Jannik have both surpassed.
Yes, no, Jannik has not. Fine, they've surpassed. Yes, they have. But that big 3 conversation has changed. It's no longer the big 3. It's Novak Djokovic in tier 1 in the history of tennis, and tier 2 is Rafael Nadal and Roger Federer.
That's a fair point. I would accept it.
That's gonna light a fire in the comments. That's gonna light a fire, absolute fire in the comments.
Light up whatever fire you want, but that is facts. Most Grand Slams, most Masters, most weeks at number 1, going toe to toe. Novak Djokovic and Carlos Alcaraz and Jannik Sinner have made it, I think, to the semifinals of the last 5 Grand Slams to get all of them together. The last time this happened was with Novak Djokovic, Rafael Nadal, and Andy Murray in 2012. So we're talking about someone's longevity that is beyond compare, and that speaks to, he always talks about the new big three. He's part of this new big three. And but in actual sense, he's not part of any big three. It's Novak Djokovic than everyone else.
All right.
That's an interesting thing. I think we'll leave it at that and let it simmer in the comments. Let people see what people do.
I don't know if you guys want people to roast me or whatever, but I stand by that statement. Well, that being said, guys, let us know, guys, what you think of all our takes about what Carlos Alcaraz did this entire tournament, especially in the final, what we've said about them. Let us know. We'd love to hear what you guys have to say. Always, always. And don't forget to subscribe also, please. It means so much to us. With that being said, time to move on to one of our favorite segments in this podcast, and that is Overreaction or Not. I'm gonna tell you guys something based on what happened these past 2 weeks, and you let me know. Is this an overreaction? Is it not? Ready for it?
Let's go.
First up, Harun. Carlos Alcaraz will hold all 4 Grand Slams by the end of Wimbledon. Overreaction or not?
No, this is overreaction. Like, he's baby goat, he's amazing, but we also have Jannik Sinner, who went home early because this guy is gonna get so angry that he's gonna have to bounce back. Also, Novak Djokovic just showed that he is healthier and lighter and younger than ever. So these guys are gonna have something to say, and also the rest of the field. So no, this is an overreaction for me.
Smite overreaction or not?
I mean, this is a tricky one because I think Carlitos is heavy favored going into Roland Garros, and then he's probably going to make the final of Wimbledon. So it's going to come down to the final of Wimbledon. Who's it going to be against? Is it going to be Jannik? Is it going to be Novak? Is it going to be a surprise? But I'm going to call overreaction. I'm going to call overreaction because I think Jannik and Novak are going to have something to say. Who knows? Maybe someone else too.
Yeah, I have to agree with you guys. I have to call overreaction here because we have 2 gigantic champions that want to achieve what he's achieved this past week in Australia. Novak Djokovic, Jannik Sinner, by the way, Sasha Zverev are going to have something to say going forward. The next one, Smail. Carlos Alcaraz is the only player capable of catching Novak Djokovic for GOAT status. Overreaction or not?
Of course, it's not an overreaction. Like, at this pace that he's on right now, he might catch GOAT status in the next 8 years. So this is frightening. So of course he's on pace to do it. Maybe not next 8 years, but next 10-ish years. Like, if he stays healthy, he will be able to do it. God willing, and he stays healthy. Yeah, no, this is not an overreaction at all.
Harun, overreaction or not?
In terms of numbers, maybe he has a chance of reaching him for sure because he's on pace to do so in a shorter period of time. However, in terms of GOAT status, like to match him where the weight that Novak Djokovic has, no, this is an overreaction for me. The longevity that we're talking about, the level that he's able to pull off as if he was 18 years old at 38, that's still an overreaction for me. I still have to see more in 10 years or something.
Yusuf, break the tie.
That's such a great point you make, Harun, because at 38, and we don't even know if Carlos Alcaraz is going to play to that long, because he said, I don't know if I'm going to be playing at 35, 36, 37, the same way Wawrinka, Monfils, and Djokovic were doing this past Australian Open.
He said, I don't know where I'll be in 12 months.
Yeah, but if there's someone, it's only him. Yeah. This is not an overreaction. Carlos Alcaraz is the only person that can eventually compete. The other person that can do it probably isn't born yet. So Carlos Alcaraz is one.
No, Sinner. I think Sinner has a chance as well.
Sinner's.
I don't think so.
I think Sinner has a chance. Again, I'm not counting out Sinner.
At this age, Carlos Alcaraz 7 Grand Slams. At this age, Jannik Sinner had 1. So that's the thing for me. I think Jannik maybe could go down as the second best to ever do this, because Novak's up there, and let's see what Carlos does. But he's going to be in the fight for top 3. Yeah. Next one, Harun. Novak Djokovic will dominate his matchup against Jannik Sinner in 2026. Overreaction or not?
That's so hard. That's so hard to say. That's hard to say because I'm a Sinner guy, so I can't do him dirty like that. But it's also the GOAT, so we have to respect the GOAT. I'm not gonna say dominate. I'm saying it's gonna be exciting, but it's not gonna be a dominance. It's not gonna be dominance because Sinner's gonna have a lot to say because he's gonna go and study. He's a great student of Djokovic. He's gonna see what he did and I'll do the same exact thing. So I have to. I'm respecting Yannick through Djokovic, kind of like it's a long way of respect there. No, so I'm calling overreaction here. Overreaction.
No, I'm not calling overreaction because I think Novak figured out something, and also most importantly, he finally got confidence on that court against Jannik Sinner because I felt his confidence also was shaken whenever he would play Jannik. So I think he's figured out something. I think he got that alpha mentality and aura back when he plays Jannik. I think he'll come out on top for the most part against Jannik this year.
Yeah. I'm going to say this is an overreaction because Jannik Sinner is a great champion. Like Harun said, he goes back to the lab. By the way, now he has some of the nastiest drop shots in the game. So he goes back to the lab and he comes back with another weapon. So I don't think either of them will dominate. You're saying Novak? I think it's going to
No, I don't mean dominate, not dominate, but I think he'll come out on top of this head-to-head.
Sure, but the question is dominate, and the statement is dominate. So I'm gonna say no. Neither of them are gonna dominate. I think it's gonna go back and forth, but it's turning into an amazing rivalry yet again. Well, Harun, ready?
Let's go.
Alexander Zverev will win a Grand Slam. Overreaction or not?
It's tough, man. It's tough because he's coming up with insane levels. And I want to be optimistic because I like Zverev and I want him to win. Like I want it for him, but it's just too hard right now. He has to go through three guys: Djokovic, Sinner, and Alcaraz.
Nope. He only has to go through two.
Yeah,
only has to go through two. The others.
Yeah, but well, these guys are always gonna be there in the mix, so it's tough to be two of the three. Like it's so hard. I'm gonna say overreaction with a very heavy heart.
Smite. Do you agree, overreaction or not?
Wow, I didn't expect Harun to go overreaction because, he's a big Sasha guy also. I think that Sasha is in a good mentality right now, although I had no belief he would serve it out in that fifth set. But I think he's working on himself. I think he's young enough, he's fit enough. He has all the components to do it. I'm not done believing in Sasha. I think he'll find a way to get one.
Yeah. I agree with you 100%. I think, first of all, never say never. And I love the mentality that I am seeing from Sasha Zverev. And he has all the variables that you want from a Grand Slam champion. The only thing was, okay, mentally, can he be clutch? He showed us to a certain extent he can, but he just went up against the most clutch player in the game in Carlos Alcaraz. So no. This is not an overreaction. Sasha Zverev will do this one day, and I can't wait for that day.
Yeah.
Next one, Smail. Novak Djokovic will win that elusive 25th Grand Slam in 2026. Overreaction or not?
Call me crazy. Call me delusional all you want. This is not an overreaction. Novak Djokovic will have his chances in every single slam. I think he's going to be a big favorite going into Wimbledon. You said, Yusuf, he's going to be a favorite, you and Harun, in Roland Garros.
Yeah.
And US Open, he's won that a bunch of times too. So, yes, he's going to do it, not an overreaction.
Harun,
overreaction. It will be an overreaction to overreact to this overreaction. So I'm going, this is not an overreaction at all. Novak Djokovic he showed us that he has the level to become world number one, the best player in the world. Like, this is crazy overreaction, man, to doubt him. We're never going to doubt him again. He always has a chance. Whenever he has a racket in his hand and he steps on that court, he always has a chance.
Fair enough. Yusuf.
This is not an overreaction. I believe Novak Djokovic is going to get this done. And this loss to Carlos Alcaraz is only going to make it that much sweeter when it happens. And I believe in him. I will never doubt Novak Djokovic as long as he walks out to a tennis court.
Fair enough.
Last few here. Smail, overreaction or not? Jannik Sinner will go on a revenge tour and go undefeated over the next 3 months. Overreaction or not?
I mean, Jannik Sinner is going to come back stronger. And he already showed us he's capable of doing that. He did that after he had his 3-month suspension. He did that after he lost in a heartbreaking fashion to Carlos in Roland Garros. So he's going to come back better. But I'm going to call overreaction because I don't think he's going undefeated in the next 3 months. No. He's definitely going to have at least one loss. Novak and Carlos are out there. This is not no cupcake tour he's going to be playing. So overreaction because of that.
Harun, overreaction or not?
Whether it's going to happen or not, I don't know. But it's not an overreaction, by the way. Jannik Sinner has showed us that whenever he goes through an obstacle, some adversity, some challenge, that he has to come on a ruthless period that comes after that, where he has to punish everybody that goes in his way. Like, this is a no-brainer here. If Jannik Sinner has his mindset on something, that's it's very tough to stop him. So I'm calling not an overreaction on this one, but it's going to be tough. But yeah, it's not an overreaction.
Yusuf, break the tie. I am praying for anyone who has to face him.
I agree with Harun with the point that whenever he comes back from a loss, he comes back stronger than he's ever been. So that's definitely going to happen. So I'm going to say this is an overreaction, but not because I don't believe he's going to come back on a revenge tour and dominate. I just believe some way or another, someone's going to get a win over him. And by someone, I mean Carlos Alcaraz or Novak Djokovic and maybe Sasha Zverev. But other than that, I don't think anyone's going to touch him. That's going to continue to be the case. But he will probably lose once at least in the next 3 months.
Fair enough.
Smail, next one. Carlos Alcaraz is Novak Djokovic's third biggest rival. Overreaction or not?
This is a really tough one because Rafa is 100% his number one rival. Roger is 100% his second best rival. Then it's between Wawrinka and Andy Murray.
It's Murray, come on.
And Carlitos.
And Sinner.
Yusuf, I'm going, and Sinner. But I'm like, this is now their third Grand Slam final they face off against each other. 10 times they faced off against each other. Olympic Games, not an overreaction. Yusuf, he's already his third biggest rival. Not an overreaction.
Harun, overreaction or not?
Oof. I think this is an overreaction. Because I would say Jannik Sinner's up there. And I would say also that there's Andy Murray in the mix who was causing him a lot of pain. And he made Djokovic who he is right now. But all of those battles were absolutely ruthless. Andy Murray beat him in Wimbledon. Andy Murray beat him, come on, man. I think this is an overreaction right here.
Yeah, this is an overreaction. Andy Murray has played Novak Djokovic 36 times in his entire career. He's taken him down in Wimbledon. He's taken him down in the Olympics. He's taken him down in the ATP finals. No, Novak Djokovic is never going to say Carlos Alcaraz is his third biggest rival. I don't think so. So I'm calling this an overreaction. It's Andy Murray, and it's always going to be Andy Murray.
Yeah, they played each other so many times in finals now. He's making a case. Carlos is at least making a case.
Yeah, they're in chapter 10. He has 36 chapters with Andy Murray. Anyways, last but not least, Elena Rybakina will end the 2026 season as world number 1. Overreaction or not, Harun?
No, this is an overreaction. Elena Rybakina she's absolutely dominant. She's like Thanos, like Thanos when she decides to become a beast. She absolutely destroys everybody, but she still needs to show me that consistency. I was still hesitant to pick her. I didn't pick her. I picked Sabalenka, so overreaction for me. She needs to win multiple tournaments in a row so I can be confident in saying that. So still, overreaction.
Or not?
Yeah, I'm going to say overreaction as well because Sabalenka is by far and away the most consistent player on this tour. She's proven it over and over again. Until Rybakina can prove she can match Arena's consistency, then no, I'm not ready to go and dethrone Sabalenka just yet.
I disagree with you guys. This is not an overreaction. Elena Rybakina is playing some of the best tennis she's ever played. And as we said so many times before, confidence can move mountains. And she's showing us the consistency, by the way. That's WTA Finals, defeated everyone on her way. Then moving on to the Australian Open, beat everyone on her way. Took down Swiatek and Sabalenka in both of those tournaments. I think that's proof enough to believe that she can. Elena Rybakina, no. Becoming world number 1 by the end of the season? Not an overreaction.
She can, definitely. Let's see if she will make it happen. Well, speaking of Elena Rybakina, she found a way to take revenge in that Australian Open's final. Yusuf, your thoughts on what we just saw from Elena?
We said that she is going to do this in 3 sets. And this was an amazing final that we got to watch between these two. And it was two gladiators going out there and giving everything they can to win this Australian Open. And Aryna Sabalenka got punched in the mouth first. But you knew she was going to respond, and she responded like the champion she is. And then you're like, okay, she has all the momentum now. Up 3-love in the final set. Aryna Sabalenka lives for these moments. She's going to avenge, not against the same player, but avenge that loss to Madison Keys the year before and win the Australian Open yet again. But who was there to show everyone that she has the mental fortitude to fight back? Elena Rybakina coming back from 3-love down in the final set to go on and win 6 of the last 7 games to win the tournament. It was absolutely mind-blowing, because the match before, I said the way she closed out the match against Pegula was shaky. But she showed us that she is a mental giant. And she was able to avenge that loss in 2023 to Sabalenka, which looked like it was going the same exact way and she was going to lose it. But she held on and she found a way to dig as deep as she's ever dug before. And she took down one of her biggest rivals again. Did it in the WTA finals, did it again in the Australian Open final, lift her 2nd Grand Slam, and no longer can people say that she's a one-slam wonder. She's won another Grand Slam against the toughest opponent you can ask for. Elena Rybakina is going to begin, I believe, a 2026 season that's going to go down in the record books, and she started off in absolutely legendary fashion.
Harun, you did have Sabalenka winning this one.
Yes, you
Were
did.
you shocked by what you saw from Rybakina?
I did have Sabalenka because Sabalenka plays amazing in Australia, and also that's also a very feisty matchup. She plays well against Rybakina as well, so I didn't want to doubt the world #1. I didn't want to doubt such a great champion as herself. But this was kind of like, do you guys also feel like it was a reminder of the 2023 matchup where they had in the final, where it also won the distance, and it also had that same thing where Rybakina won the first set and then Sabalenka won the second two. So it was kind of like similar a bit, since Rybakina came out guns blazing in that first set. It was awesome. And then Sabalenka came out and completely flipped the switch and took the momentum on her side, and she went up in the final set 3-love. And then all of a sudden, what just happened, where Rybakina went on a tear. She was unbelievable. She didn't give Sabalenka a chance to come back. There were no breakpoint chances at all for Sabalenka after that to break back, to kind of like to even it up. And then Rybakina was also like, she finished sealed with a nice little ace of a kiss to win her first or second slam. That was quite nice. But then it was so close. They both won 92 points. They're like, Sabalenka had one less ace than Rybakina. Rybakina had more aces. Rybakina was serving amazing. Unforced errors were also so similar. Rybakina 25, Sabalenka 26. Like, the margins were so close. It was anybody's game. Well, it was an amazing match, by the way. Both of them are so fun to watch, hitting with so much power. I had Sabalenka. You guys had Rybakina. Well done for that one. But it was fun, and I hope to see this level from Rybakina, because again, this is something that we've been begging for. We've been begging for this level of tennis. But she's whenever you root for her, you feel like she's the next big thing, and then she kind of was underwhelming. But now she's showing us levels that we've kind of expected to see, but she's doing it in reality now, so it's awesome.
Right.
Yeah, it's like Rybakina's best level, you feel like no one can beat her at her best level, but she's unlocking the consistency and that mentality of a top dog, because she now has 10 consecutive wins against top 10 players, which is unbelievable. Yeah. The way she ran through everyone in the WTA finals, Yusuf, it was fascinating. I didn't know if she could back that up, until I saw what the form she was in the Australian Open. She was playing like center. She was crushing the ball like center, and it was unbelievable. I've never seen I mean, she's the worst matchup for Sabalenka because no one can hit the ball that hard.
The worst.
No one can serve that well either.
Exactly.
She's the worst matchup for anybody, Smiley. Also.
Yeah, true. But like Sabalenka's not seen that heat going into the final. So unbelievable. She deserved it, and I hope she can maintain this level because I want to watch more of that level. Yeah, I do.
But so much credit to her coach, Stefano Vukov, because when she was down 3-11 that final set, and she didn't look like, she doesn't give much emotion, but you can sense when she's like out of it or she's feeling motivated. And he told her, he's saying, I can't see any energy. Show me energy. I need to see some energy. And from that moment forward, like that was the switch. She showed energy and she did not look back. It was absolutely, those 4 games from 3-love to 4-3, like that was champion. That was Grand Slam champion mentality, effort, performance. And I do believe this is a turning point in her career.
It could be. It very much could be a big turning point. I agree about that because that is a huge comeback against an amazing player.
Sabalenka didn't play bad.
No.
Like Sabalenka
She
usually,
took it from her.
she feels like maybe I didn't play. No, she knows. She said, I only played the better opponent today.
Yeah, she took it from her.
And Sabalenka, it takes her a lot for him to come to grips that you were the better player. Against Coco, she didn't think that. Yeah. But here she is. She said, yeah, I think that.
Yeah, so, Rybakina was playing amazing all tournament, to be fair to her. So well-deserved.
Yeah.
And you guys know we like to keep it honest and transparent on this show, let you know where we were right, where we were wrong. Well, regarding the men's final, no one was right because we did not pick Carlitos out of our love.
To be fair,
Yusuf
Yusuf had Alcaraz in the beginning, so we need to give Yusuf credit. He changed his pick in the end, but Yusuf.
Whenever I'm given credit, like there's something going on. The establishment's behind this some way. I can't get credit for when I make the right pick.
If you withdrew from your pick,
you jumped off.
You withdrew. You sold your stock.
Yeah, you did. You did sell it. You had a chance to.
No, but we need
like
to fix
it's like you sold your stock, and they're like, yeah. Now Apple is making millions. I deserve those millions.
When I make the right picks, I deserve to get the credit. And I said Alcaraz is going to win the tournament before the tournament started.
Well, I said Alcaraz is going to win.
I had to move off because I believed in magic.
Yeah.
I did not believe in facts. I believed in magic.
Well, do I get credit because I said Alcaraz would complete the career slam before Sinner?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you do.
Okay.
So I didn't get credit for. I said
you would not sign open after the ATP finals. Do I get credit for that? Anyways.
Also, I didn't get credit. I didn't get credit for saying that that Djokovic was going to beat Sinner this year.
You do get credit for that. That's a good call.
Yeah.
Well done on that one.
Well done.
Thanks.
Also, where we were right.
Yep.
Yusuf, me and you, we had Rybakina winning this one, and we both had it in 3.
Yes,
I'm happy with that.
You had Sabi. Sabi did not.
So, I'm happy.
Sorry for Sabi. All right, before we go here, we have a chance to go into our super early who you got for the Roland Garros title. Haroon, who's going to walk away with it? It must be super clear to you.
Oh my God, this is so hard. It's so hard. It's so hard. My heart is telling me something, but my mind is telling me something else. They're just fighting with each other.
Give us your pick, brother.
I have to go with Jannik Sinner here. He's my guy. I have to back him. He rarely lets me down. And after he loses, he has to get angry and has to go back to the lab and study. He's going to study so hard. He's a great student of the game. I'm going to go for Jannik Sinner. But my heart, I want something else, but I have to go with Jannik Sinner here.
Yusuf, Haroon has Jannik getting revenge. You agree?
I disagree. And because I believe there's destiny that's in the cards for one man and one man only. And I believe that Novak Djokovic is going to complete 25 and 26.
Wow.
And I believe his best chance is Roland Garros for the reasons that I've stated so many times. He is the best clay court player on tour.
Wow.
Novak Djokovic will complete his destiny in Roland Garros. I truly believe it.
Wow. Well, I love that you made that pick, by the way, and I would love to see it happen. But for me, it's clear. It's the new Prince of Clay. It's the one and only Carlitos.
That's what the mind.
Baby goat. He's the man to beat on clay. he's a tank on wheels. He's a lightning bolt. He has everything it takes to do it. And I think Carlitos is going to walk away with the title of Roland Garros in 2026.
But we also have to mention here that if Djokovic plays Roland Garros, we also want him. We're fans of Djokovic, so it's not like, yeah, we think even Djokovic plays and lose. Maybe he doesn't even play.
Yeah, he was saying, I don't know if I'll come back.
If what you're saying comes true, Smile, he's going to have double the slams of Jannik Sinner.
And he's going to be one slam away from holding all 4 slams. It's going to be... And then if he wins Wimbledon, you don't know. He might win 6 slams in a row. You never know.
This Australian Open, guys, it really was special. You know, not the beginning. There were some special things in the beginning with Wawrinka and what was going on. But the way it ended, Carlos Alcaraz, I am in awe of what this man does.
He's awesome.
I have no words left to say other than Carlos Alcaraz is baby GOAT, and Carlos Alcaraz might just go down as the greatest to ever do it in 20 years' time.
Whoa.
In 20 years' time.
Whoa.
Hey, we're all...
Might. I said might.
We're all in our fields right now. And this is so cool that we get to watch this all play out. Yeah. You let us know, what did you think of Carlitos' victory, lifting up slam number 7 today? What did you think of Novak? What did you think of our overreactions? Where do you agree? Where were we right? Where were we wrong? And you know, you need to subscribe so you can get all your tennis stories here. And we'll see you next week, because this tennis season doesn't stop. See you next time, guys.
Finally, some sleep.
Have a good night. Good night. Very good night.